Hi, and welcome to What's Cooking Show, everybody. My name is Joey Quibido, and I'm with Piggly Wiggly here in Opelousas with Cash Saver.
And I'm Chef Jason Huguet from Steamboat Warehouse in Washington, Louisiana. And today I got some exciting dishes we're gonna do today.
Oh, you did tell me about that. Yes, I can't wait. What do we need to start it, Jason?
Okay, so today we're gonna make, I guess one of our really kind of sought after recipes is escargot that we're semi-famous, I guess, for at this point. And we also have another little treat I'll tell you about in a few minutes.
Okay,
but,
great.
So escargot, one of the main things you want is some good French bread, or any kind of bread will work, but a good type of French bread would be the best, because you get to top up that butter afterwards.
The butter, okay. Oh, Jason, we got a couple of different ones. We got what they call us Europeans, like a longer, like not as wide loaf, and then we have like one that's put out here locally, which is a Cajun bakery with this Cajun French bread, which is what we're used to. So
Cajun French bread sounds good to me because it's Cajun.
Well, we'll grab this and we'll get some more ingredients.
All right, let's go.
Okay, Jason, now we're in the produce department. There was a couple of things you needed here, and one of them you mentioned was
limes.
Fresh limes, yeah.
Okay, so for the second part of the show, we're gonna make one of my favorite summer drinks. It's called a Moscow Mule.
Moscow Mule.
Yes, it's the ones you see in the copper cups on TV and on the internet, stuff like that.
I did see
it's like one of the perfect summer drinks. I'm gonna show you how we make it in Steamboat. But one of the main ingredients is gonna be limes. So we're gonna get us a little bag or something.
Sure, get us a little bag and we'll get some limes.
Well, we only need two, so we don't need a bag. So
got it.
Let's do that. There's a couple of ingredients we need in the little alcohol section. Another one of my favorite departments in Cash Saver. So let's go real quick, and then we'll go to the boat after that.
All right.
All right, Joey, so we're here in the wine section. There's one ingredient we need to get real quick.
Okay.
So this item is, when we make our escargot, one of the most important parts is the actual butter that we cook them in, which contains some white wine. In this particular case, we're going to use a Chardonnay.
Okay.
And I'll explain that later when we're cooking it.
Okay.
So the one we're using today is going to be right here. It's a Kendall Jackson Vintner's Reserve Chardonnay.
Okay.
Very good product.
It's a very good product. A lot of people say.
The Vintner's Reserve, it's different because Kendall Jackson also makes just a regular Chardonnay.
Right.
So let's get that.
Okay.
We need one more ingredient. It's going to be where the vodka is. Okay. So we will grab that.
All right, let's wind it out and get it. All right, Jason, now in the liquor section, as you can tell, we got a wide selection of just about not everything you got, but you got a lot of different bourbons, vodkas, gins, rums, tequilas, everything. But you did mention we had needed a vodka today. And
yes.
What's your special brand that you like?
Today we're going to use Kettle One. It's going to be our choice.
Okay.
Another really good product. I really like Kettle One. Also like the flavored ones, which we also serve at the Steamboat in different types of specialty martinis and stuff like that.
Right.
So we're going to get this one real quick. I have some more at the Steamboat. So now that we have these ingredients, I have everything else we need at the Steamboat. So let's get going.
Let's go to the boat.
Put it together.
Got it. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Again, we have our Jason. He's gonna be cooking this very nice dish today. Something different that not too many people know about, but you're gonna make it work for us. So Jason, where we start at?
Okay, Joey, so we got our little pan hot. Right here we got about a pound of butter, and please don't get nervous because it's not, this does not go, like the whole quantity you see here is not going in one actual serving. So this is just a really kind of a bulk recipe. Actually, over here at the Steamboat, when I make it, I make double of what you're gonna see today. And it doesn't really last too long. We go through a lot of this stuff because we sell a lot of escargot.
Right.
The reason why I chose this dish today to show you is because we had, over the years, a lot of people say how good our escargot is. I've had people from Paris, France, come in and tell me it's better than their mama makes, stuff like that. We just got a lot of different compliments from people who eat escargot all over the world and say how good it was, and people ask me for recipe a lot. So today, everyone's gonna learn how to make it. So
I'm gonna learn something new too.
Right, so okay, so we're taking our little pan and we have a pound of butter and basically just wanna melt it. So I'm gonna kick up our fire just a little bit.
Now, Jason, you say you run this on special, or it's on your menu all the time, or?
It's actually on a special sheet, the special menu, but actually, when I do take it off of the special menu, that's the insert in our menu.
Everybody asks for it.
Right, and we have it on hand, and they all ask, "You have escargot tonight?" So I just keep it on there.
Yeah.
There's no point in taking it off. So we get our butter hot. Like I said, it's 1 pound. This is basically half of the recipe, like I said earlier, that we normally do. So
now, Jason, like, excuse me, price-wise, is it like a pricey dish, or being it's such a delicacy?
it's not so pricey as much as you would probably expect. I mean, it's not inexpensive
It's
either.
not. It's
right?
not like caviar.
Exactly. No,
Okay.
it's not. You know, it is kind of an exotic deal. It is a delicacy, but it's not something that's very hard to get. I mean, anyone can go. You can find it if you want. You can buy it online. There's websites that you can buy it online.
Right.
Whatever.
What about like time-wise, cooking-wise? I mean,
Well, I'll show you. The hardest part is making the base.
Okay.
So here's Steamboat. We make the base, and this is how we make it. And once I show you all these ingredients, it's very simple. It's 4 ingredients.
Okay.
So the second one, as you see our butter is starting to kind of simmer, we're gonna turn it down a little bit, but put some garlic in there. And I just eye this part. But as you know, I like garlic, so we're
yeah,
gonna add.
yeah. So you
I
got a
like-
little bit extra garlic.
Yeah, I like to add a good bit of garlic because this is one of the main flavoring ingredients of the actual base that we're going to use. So it looks like a lot, but when you see how much we actually use per dish, it's really not as much as it looks right now. So we got a good bit of garlic. You can see each spoonful has a good bit
Now you
of.
can smell it.
Right. So I like to let it go just for a second because I like to cook a little bit of that raw garlic flavor out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I don't let it go too long, a couple of minutes. Once you kind of get a little simmering, like your butter simmering.
Well, tell us, Jason, how's everything been going in the boat? I mean, y'all still,
Good.
you know,
Can't
doing
complain.
the, sometimes, you know, kind of slow down. Everybody's going on vacation, but
Well, the thing about the summertime, our weekdays get to a point where it's a hit and miss. You know, the weekdays you have this very super busy night, and the next day it'd be, you know, fair. But the weekends are always there.
Oh, yeah.
Weekends are always there. So, you know, that's
Definitely.
what we like to see.
that's what I see sometimes on Facebook. Your camera's outside and waiting for the open. You
Yeah.
already got a line
Yeah.
at the door.
Even Sunday we got lined before we opened the doors. This is crazy. The last few Sundays have been out of control. Okay, so you see, that's how easy that is, right?
Okay.
Very simple at home. Butter, garlic. So next, what I'm gonna do is, Joey, if I'm gonna get you maybe grab a little spatula.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna pour that in here, and I'm just gonna kind of do it to where I don't spill anything.
I'll scrape it
go.
out for you.
Yeah, if you can do that for me. Now, this is how I make this probably twice, well, I say twice, every 2 days. I'll probably make something like this.
Okay.
So now, we're gonna put this on the side. And at this point, what I like to do is add some white wine. Again, we got this bottle of Vintner's Reserve, Kendall Jackson
Cash saver.
from Cash Saver this morning. Add a little bit of white wine to it, and what that does is it kind of helps it start to cool down a little bit. And the reason why we do that is because we're gonna take some parsley. And keep in mind, usually what I would normally do is I'd have this all chopped ahead of time, and I would actually let this cool off completely.
Okay.
Because the reason for that is I like to let the parsley, if you put it in there when it's hot and you're simmering your garlic and everything, what happens is the parsley turns all like brown and
Well,
dark color,
yeah.
and it gives it a not so pretty color.
Right.
So I'm gonna chop this parsley. I like to use
Okay.
Italian flat leaf parsley. It has more flavor than the curly leaf parsley, which is usually used mostly for like garnishing and stuff like that. Not as
Right.
much for flavor.
Well, let's tell everybody at home that all the nice ingredients that Jason's using here today. I wish you could get the escargot, but I would have to look in the book and see if we can find it. It can be found at your local Cash Saver
Yep.
or Piggly Wiggly stores here in Opelousas. 2 locations, one on the north side, one on the south side.
8410 Highway 182 North and 1305 Heather Drive. Check
And
us
the
out.
phone numbers, can you remember?
Oh, 948-9427 and Cash Saver Store is 948-8199.
Oh, you just don't miss a beat, do you?
I don't.
Or you can go on our website at KDCG, what you call it?
Speaking of
CG,
not missing a beat,
KDCG.com and click on the What's Cooking Show, and you have all the nice recipes that are on there from all the shows we've done before.
yep,
Quite of them have been of Jason's, and we're gonna add this one to the list also.
for sure. Now watch this. This is how we finish our little butter mixture. Some freshly chopped Italian flat leaf parsley. And that's that for this. Now what we would do here on a normal day, making it a steamboat, what I would do is once it comes completely to room temp, I would wrap it up, put it in the cooler. Now at every shift, what we do is let it, put it on the counter and we let it soften.
Okay,
Which you know, there's a difference between melted butter and softened butter.
that's correct.
So we would add this spoonful of each, as I'm gonna show you how we're gonna plate it in a little bit, on the next segment.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and take a small break and come back for more What's Cooking. We're back with Jason, everybody, and again we can continue our nice escargot dish. Jason made the base for it, and now I think it's actually time to put everything together.
Yes, but one thing I forgot to mention on the last segment, we were talking earlier, this butter mixture, you can use, there's so many different uses you can actually do with it. Like I like to take it home, cook a nice little steak at home, and I'll take some jumbo lump crab meat and just kind of let it kind of bathe. You basically butter poaching jumbo lumps of crab meat, and salt and pepper is all you need on it. And then you just put that on top of your steak. It's
You know, you're making me hungry.
Yeah.
Stop.
so you can really do anything you want with this kind of stuff. Okay, so this is how we gonna assemble the dish before it goes into the oven. So basically, we have our escargot right here. We get ours from a local food service company who gets it from elsewhere.
Imported, yeah.
You can actually go online on YouTube and search for it, these videos, and like they kind of form raise them and everything, and you can learn everything you want to know about escargot. So what I like to do is take some like that, and I like to add a little salt and pepper. Now I'm just gonna give them a little toss. Now you want to make sure you get a good little season on here, because obviously our butter is not seasoned at all, other than it's flavored, but it's not seasoned. So we actually have a couple of different ways we can show you that you can actually use to put them in the oven or to serve them. If you're looking for something that's just a little more upper scale, something that you're doing a private dinner party, you can actually take these little tins. There's different kind of tins that you can buy. Here's another type of one right here. This was actually, these and along with others were given to me by one of our best customers. And he just said, I have them and I don't really use them. If you'd like to have them, you can actually buy these shells,
Neat.
empty like this, and you can put your escargot in there and put your butter mixture that we made today, if you'd like. I have not really used these yet, but they also come with a nice little utensil where you would take an oyster fork, and then you basically kind of grab and pull it out like that.
Oh, okay.
So these are just items that I can show you that you can try. So
Okay.
this is a dish that we use here at Steamboat. It's just kind of just a general typical dish you would see if you go to Ruth Chris. That's one place I know that does escargot. And you take your butter. It's kind of like a vinaigrette. You want to kind of mix it around. Make sure everything is mixed well. You want some garlic in there. See, a little bit of parsley. I don't want too much.
A little bit extra garlic.
Yeah.
Especially if you're eating it.
Yeah, if it's me, And I'll be honest with you, I eat these probably, I don't know, 2-3 times a week. And I've actually had a lot of friends that were closed-minded. Oh no, I will never eat this. And now when they come, that's the first thing they get. Sometimes they come just to get this.
Wow. Except that you don't hear people eating that too much, and
Nope.
I guess it's just it's a delicacy or something you have to.
So this is basically what we're gonna go put in the oven real quick.
Okay.
Let's go do that real quick, and then when we come back, we will pull it out of the oven and show you how we finish it off. Plus, we'll make our Moscow Mule recipe
All
from
right,
scratch.
great. All right, John is back from What's Cooking.
So, Joey, we just got our escargot out of the oven. I mean, real quick, I'm gonna show you how to finish it because we're gonna make our little drink after that.
Okay.
I take a little bit of fresh shredded Parmesan cheese, not much because I don't want to take away from all the other flavors and overpower it with the cheese. So I put just a little bit of that. And then the rest of this parsley we had cut. I like to put a little bit more parsley on it because the more parsley the better.
Yes.
Now, take you some of that bread that we got from Cash Saver earlier.
That's right.
And this, you can't have too much of this because I'm gonna show you why in just a little bit. We're gonna put this right here, and we're gonna put this out just for the time being, and I'll show you something else. Now, Moscow Mule is one of my favorite drinks for summer. It's very refreshing. It's the one you see in the little copper mugs everywhere. So we're gonna take that, and what you wanna do is you start with, got some lime wedges here. I'm gonna put 2 in there. Now, this is some simple syrup that I made yesterday. And you just wanna put about 1 ounce.
Now, simple syrup, you can make it either at home or actually buy it.
Right, simple syrup is basically equal parts sugar and water. And you just cook it till the sugar's melted, turn it off.
It's almost like a K roast, but just not as sweet.
Right. Okay, so what we're gonna do is basically just kind of muddle. This is our little muddler at Steamboat. You can tell it's been used. It's been in use. So you want to kind of muddle the 2 lime wedges that we put in there earlier, our simple syrup, and kind of just get that all going in there. Very simple. Now, so what we're gonna do is, we got the Kettle One. We got it from Cash Saver. You want to put 1 full shot. Well, that wasn't a full shot. Come on now. All right.
There we go.
Now, citron or lemon, Kettle One. The flavored Kettle One flavor vodkas are better than any of the other ones I've ever had. So, you want to do that. It could take us a little scoop of ice. Of course, you want to kind of fill up your little mug. Try not to make a mess here. Now, how we finish it with some ginger beer. This is probably the best ginger beer I've ever ran across. Fever Tree. It's not actually beer. It's basically carbonated water with a little cane sugar and some ginger root. So you want to finish the rest off with that ginger beer. Very simple. Now what we're going to do is kind of just tumble it.
That was simple enough.
Very simple. You can make these at home. So you want to take one of these, get this out the way, and garnish. Very simple. That's a Moscow Mule. Actually, this is our version. You can add other different ingredients you want to use. An orange flavored Kettle One. I love the orange flavored Kettle One. Kettle One is one of the only vodka distilleries that actually use actual, like the orange, or use the orange peels, like the peelings, and also with the citron. Instead of adding artificial flavors, they actually add the real stuff to make it with.
Wow.
So the Kettle One orange vodka is my favorite. I mix it with different kind of cranberries and tonic and lime or whatever. But you can use whatever brand you want. You can use whatever flavored vodkas you want. I would try to stay with the citrus area, maybe even a pineapple and something like that if you want to get crazy. But some people add mint. You can add mint with the lime and muddle it with the simple syrup. It's just some different variations.
You just garnish with it too, yeah.
Right, and I was gonna garnish it with some mint, but drinks are, I guess, a little bit different, but
They are.
I was always taught the old school way, you don't garnish with some kind of herb in your dish that's not actually in the dish.
That's correct, yep.
So I didn't want to put mint as a garnish because I don't have mint in there. But I actually like mint in my Moscow Mule, so if you'd like to do that at home, you can try that. But this is just an idea for like a summer drink. Try it out. I was introduced to this drink a couple years ago for the first time, and guys that showed me this drink, that's pretty much all they drink. So
Okay. That's the first time I ever heard of it, to be honest with you.
very simple.
Well, yeah, if you want a copy of this recipe or any other recipes done on the show, you can go to kdcg.com.
You got it right that
Click on the
time.
What's Cooking Show, or you can come by your local Piggly Wiggly or Cash Saver store here in Opelousas with 2 locations,
8410 Highway 182 North. Kevin's
throw
gonna
'em off.
fire you.
I was
Kevin's
throwing
gonna
you off.
fire you. 8410 Highway 182 North or 1305 Heather Drive.
So I had to try to like knock you off to where I wasn't as bad messing up. It'd be just you.
You don't have to knock me off.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do? We're gonna try this or what? I know you not.
No, I'm not.
Now,
No offense, no, but
hey, it's not for everyone. But what you don't want to do is eat it too early. That butter, especially when it comes to a little bubble or simmer, it's hot.
it's hot, hot.
So I'm gonna show you how you really eat it. Now, delicious. Did y'all smell it when it came out of the oven and everything?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you the best part. This is actually better than the escargot.
Wow.
Good French bread and butter.
That's it. That's all you need.
Take a sip of
you
Moscow
got-
Mule. Simple.
2 dishes in one right there.
There you go.
Fantastic.
And if you're trying to stay away from the carbs, then just eat the escargot and ask for double.
That's all you need. Oh, Jason, thank you so much for bringing us this wonderful show. We want to invite everybody to, if they just want to do a segment with us, you can call Miss Kathy at KDCG and at Delta World. And
Delta
set up
Media.
Delta Media, I'm sorry.
But it is their world.
Yeah. And she will hook you up with a show date and stuff. And
Right, or call me here at the Steamboat, 337-826-7227, or email me at chefhuguet@yahoo.com.
or call me at Cash Saver. We'll be glad to take care of it for you. And I guess next week we're going to have another really good chef that's coming in.
And then the following week we have one that we have scheduled, which is going to be it's different, be a little exciting, something that we've probably never really seen on the show.
That is going to be exciting.
It's going to be very, very interesting, and I can't wait for it. Plus, we also have some shows that we're going to have scheduled after that to promote the soiree, which is September 11th.
That's correct.
Put in
That's
your
coming
books.
up.
We're going to have some people on here cooking to kind of promote that. So keep an eye out for that.
That's it.
And in the meantime,
We got a lot of interesting things coming up here at the What's Cooking Show.
Right.
So join us back next week for more What's Cooking.